Smile on our face. We work hard. Welcome in, everybody. As you can see, we got another Rocket League match tonight. I am your caster, Armor J, along with
Cilo, and I'm also here with
Muffin. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
doing all right tonight. Unfortunately, we are the Rocket League team that just lost not too long ago, but oh well, we're now here to cast RL White, so it should be a good one.
the starting roster for MSU White tonight is MollyO 2004, Baseball Brian, and Evan C. They're all around GC2 level, so they are capable of winning this game, but it's going to be a hard-fought game.
For sure. They did pretty well in their regular season matches. And I'd like to see them start off strong here today with hopefully an early lead, seeing as their last match, Evan and Brian really took control of it and really created a big part of their offense.
Yep, and it looks like we are loading into the match, but I believe we are still waiting for the other team to join. So, yeah, and I'm not sure how good this Liberty team is, but I'm sure either way it will be a good fought match between the two teams. You might have said, but I'm really looking at, I believe, Evan. He's been their goal. Sorry. He's definitely been their goal scorer in a lot of these series.
I completely agree with that. Evan is the main point of this roster. He needs to step up big for this game. The other two people have been good at just keeping it smooth throughout the game, but Evan sometimes tends to go lower or higher with his gameplay.
You might want to change the team names.
Oh yeah, good point.
USAFA. You can just remake the lobby. It's fine.
And here we are. Just had to make a quick change to the lobby information. And going along back on what Cilo said, Evan is the main point of this roster. We are really looking at him to perform today. Because if he can perform, the rest of the team will perform really well around him and support him in his offensive powerhouse that he's recently been on.
Yes, I completely agree. And I'll also say that along with Evan being, their main offensive powerhouse, I'm also looking at Molly 02004 really hold down that defense. He's known on this team to be definitely their third man and really clutch up when it comes to defense.
I agree with that. Also, Baseball Brian will be your midfield guy. He is the mechanical backbone of this team. He will create pressure and open up space for Evan and Molly to create chances to shoot on this goal.
Yeah, be sure to watch out for him. He loves to fake the ball. He loves to cause chaos on the other team's goal line with the demos and all sorts of flip resets, stuff like that. He's just overall a menace on the field.
Yes, sir. And as you mentioned, the demos. This is a very demo-heavy team, especially with Molly and Baseball Brian. They definitely love their demos, so we'll definitely be looking out for that, seeing if they can, clear out the net, make it easier for their teammates, or relieve pressure on defense with their demos. There's a lot of key factors that go into tonight's match.
We will be getting into this game shortly. We do have a few problems, but we'll get there shortly.
And let's talk about the other team a little bit. Liberty Red. They had a fairly decent season. They have their overall record is pretty good. It seems as though they have went looks to be 6-1 through their regular season, so they're definitely not going to be an easy team to beat here tonight.
Yes, sir. And it looks like we will have Liberty joining the lobby. So it looks like we're going to be getting started. On the side of Liberty, we got Nightwolf, Itarix, I'm guessing, and Saucy Knave. I might be messing up these names. I'm sorry if I am. But here we go as we get things started.
Evan kicks it back into the corner. 50 already out in the corner. Evan takes it slow, tries to hold it off the corner. Evan takes it again, off the sidewall. Cleared in the midfield.
And here we go, Brian taking it up the wall. Looking maybe for a pass on midfield, but doesn't get the greatest touch to the backboard. There's Evan out to the midfield, but no one's ready to receive the pass.
And Molly's just trying to keep the pressure in their half. Brian with a decent 50. He's going to try to stay behind it. Flicks over one. Tries to get the beat on Knight. Won't quite get it. Evan there actually not going to get the touch he wanted.
Evan goes back to back. Gets the boost. Collects the ball in the corner. Makes it go slow. Can't get past one. Molly collects the ball. Hits it out to the corner to Evan. Hits it back mid. Tries to shoot. Can't shoot on net. Hits Molly to the corner. Evan can't shoot. Baseball Brian tries to keep it in. It's cleared the other way.
Molly here in kind of an awkward position with Liberty having a shot on net and scored by Saucy Knave. Not the greatest start for the MSU roster. They look a little bit awkward in that midfield. Let's hope they can bring it back.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate there for Molly 02004. Left in a 2v1. First guy goes for air dribble bump. There's just not much you can do about that. Here we go off the kickoff. Pretty even kickoff. Baseball Brian with a good win. Itarix with a catch over one. Saucy on target. Oh, not quite on target. Evan will collect. Gets a good 50. Molly will get beat by Itarix. Brian out to Molly. Tries to get a shot on target, but Nightwolf will collect.
Molly tries to shoot on target, leaves it to Evan. Evan tries to keep it in, pass back to Baseball Brian. Hits it to the corner. It is contested in the corner, tries to clear it. Molly will have to clear it out. Misses. Evan collects the ball now, playing it slow, collects the boost. Over one, can't get it past the other one.
Here we go, Molly with a little 50 that unfortunately goes out to midfield and a shot on net from Liberty University. Here we have Brian, an unfortunate miss from Brian, but Evan's there to take over. Evan close to the net with a flick. Almost there. It is. Wait, Molly's back with it. Out mid. Unfortunately, it is right to Nightwolf. Brian gets a great 50. Maybe one touchdown. No touch and a clear out by Itrix.
Molly, though, going to try to keep it in for MSU White. Evan going to get the full boost in the corner, collect it. Going to try to get a 50 on Saucy. Didn't quite get the 50 he wanted. Molly's going to try to chow in the corner. Actually decides to wait. Leave it for Brian. That's a good 50 from Brian. So,
Nightwolf to his own corner. Tries to play slow over one. Pass another. Baseball Brian will collect it to his corner. Tries to start up another play. Itrix gets the ball past one. Molly saves it, clears it past the corner. Out mid to Evan. Tries to hit it back middle. Taken by the other team.
Baseball Brian with a 50 that didn't really go that well on their goal line. Some confusion on the Mississippi State goal line, but saved out by Molly. Let's see if Evan can make a 50. No 50 by Evan. Brian's going to take it to the corner. The other team's still having the offensive pressure. Molly's up, looking for a backboard touch. Unfortunately, doesn't get the power and is taken by Saucy Knave. Evan with a shot. Oh my, almost. Brian here to take some time. Maybe put it off the backboard. Not a great touch, and it's cleared out again by Itrix.
Mississippi State, though, still with some decent pressure. They're just not quite getting the opportunity. Molly with a shot. Double off the backboard. Brian just off the bar and out. But Evan will try to keep it in. Low boost, though. Brian up, but Nightwolf gets the beat. Molly will have to get the boost. It's a decent boom. Brian up. Going to try to hit it off the sidewall to Evan. Evan with the shot. Oh, almost in. Great save from Itarix.
Baseball Brian takes it slow on the demo. Oh, can't get the demo from Molly. Nightwolf the other way. No one's in net. Can he shoot on target? He cannot. He passes out mid. Saved.
Brian with a great read on that backboard. Looking to get something going, but he couldn't. Evan with a good little touch to the corner. Unfortunately, it's over him. Brian with potentially a good 50. Yes, a good 50 to the corner. Molly takes it off of him. Looks for a 50, maybe can get this out mid. Brian looking for the pass to Molly. Molly looking for the pass mid. Unfortunately, no one's there to receive.
But Molly with a great save just got back for it. Nightwolf gonna try to clear it out. Evan there to cut off though. Is anybody up for MSU? Yes, Molly. Molly's gonna try to pass it over to Brian. Brian back to Evan. Evan's just not quite there for it though. Probably had low boost. So Evan gonna try to boom it back into the other team's half. Can't quite get it there though. Molly gonna try to force Nightwolf for a touch. Molly up. Passes it to Brian. Brian's gonna try to get the beat. Does get the beat. Iterix though to collect. This is not looking good for Mississippi State, and Saucy Knave will get the goal for Liberty, most likely sealing this game 1 for Liberty Red.
Unfortunate, Evan just couldn't read the pass. He probably also had low boost as well. That does not make it easy. And we have a kickoff. It's probably a 50. Into the corner, Molly clears it. Can't get the instant shot. That is it for game 1. Over to Dylan.
Unfortunately, MSU looking a little on the back foot here in game 1. Looks like there's maybe some confusion going on regarding who's going to take the ball. But, I mean, hopefully they can regain and step it up next game. Maybe, you know, put some more shots on net and be a little bit more confident in their midfield rotations.
Absolutely, and I'm looking at the scoreboard here. I'm kind of looking at Evan. You know, we talked about him being the offensive powerhouse of this team. Only got 1 shot, 128 score to his name. I think we need to see a little more of him for them to take a game off of this Liberty Red team. Overall, though, relatively even. You know, only a 2-0 score. So I think they can definitely try and get this game too.
Yes, as you see, Evan here has 0 saves, which doesn't really matter because you have Molly and Brian stepping it up with 5 saves in total. And we'll get into game 2 shortly.
And here we go with game 2. Can MSU take and respond to Liberty's pressure? Obviously, it's been really tough for them so far. Almost no shots on net. And here we go with the kickoff. Evan wins the kickoff. Itrix is going to take it up the sidewall. Potentially look for a pass down to Nightwolf, but saved by Baseball Brian. Now Molly to the sidewall. Maybe he can get a double tap. No double tap. Evan's going to try and take it. Pass back to Molly, but Saucy Knave is there to take it away.
Saucy gonna try for the double. Can't quite get it. Brian trying to dribble over 1. Unfortunately, Nightwolf is there to meet him. Evan gonna try to get this double. Actually gets a triple on it and another 50 on Iterix. Nobody was ready for it though. Brian with a good demo. Gonna try to go for more. Unfortunate pinch there from Evan, but Molly's gonna keep it in. Try and pass it to Brian. Iterix there to meet him. Ooh, and a double whiff and a demo for Orange.
Evan here trying to hit it over to the goal. Can't. Molly hits off the backboard, goes for a double, can't. Baseball Brian here to collect it. Also tries to go for a double, can't really get it, goes for a demo. Gets his demo, Evan there to 50. Collects it, tries to hit over Molly. Molly gets an epic save.
Evan's going to take control here. There's only 1 defender left in their net. What can Evan do? Can Evan get this bump and score the goal? Yes, he can! Mississippi State scores. And so far, we're looking better.
I mean, just a great play from Evan. He realizes it's a 1v1. What do you do in a 1v1? You go straight for the air dribble bump. Just a great play out of Evan. Now here on the kickoff, Evan gonna lose it slightly. Try to get it to Brian. Brian with a good touch to the backboard. Saucy Knave with the misread. Molly's got a free shot. Try to get on target. Nightwolf there for the save. And Iterix with a good clear out.
Baseball Brian hits it over to Molly. Molly on the sidewall, goes for the shot. Almost in. Evan goes for the second. Hits it back to the left corner. Collects it. Wants to go for an air dribble. Tries to get over 1. Can't. Over to Molly.
And Baseball Brian now having to react to that unfortunate shot on net by Liberty Red. But Evan here going to take it up the sidewall. Potentially looking for a solo play. They can get a dunk. No dunk. It is saved by Saucy Knave.
Yes, now back on the MSU side of the field. Nightwolf trying to look for a pass. Great 50 though from Evan. Is going to leave Liberty in an awkward spot. Molly gonna try to get out mid. Evan there for the touch. Idrix though there to cut it off. Brian gonna try to read it. Can't quite get the read on the sidewall though. Evan clear out to the corner. Gets it past one. Not the 50 though he wanted. And Saucy Knave on the sidewall. Go for the pass, but what a save from Molly.
Evan wants to take it slow up the wall. Can't. Molly clears it out to the left. Tries to follow. Can't get the 50. Saucy Knave pass one. Pass two in the mid. Evan picks the ball up. Tries to shoot on target. Can't, but will try to follow this up.
Doesn't get the demo, and Nightwolf here with an air dribble carry. Molly's left a little bit awkward on the back line. And here's Brian. Molly with a good clear out to the sidewall. But no one's there to receive. Brian has to make another great save on the goal line. And here's Evan. Long clear with a with an air dribble down. What a goal! Great shot again by Evan.
And this is what I'm talking about. Evan being the offensive powerhouse when they try to feed him this ball because they know he can force these opportunities. And again, just gets the touch over the defender to get the easy goal. Now, straight to Evan again. This is not what Liberty wants to see. Evan, though, not the touch he quite wanted. Nightwolf up. Gonna try and dribble it over Brian. Gets it over Brian, though. Molly on the backcourt, though, for the easy save. Gonna try to stay behind it. Can't quite get it. Idrix over one. This is going to be awkward, though. But they don't quite get it. Evan now on the ball. Going to try to get it out mid. But nobody was there ready for it.
Baseball Brian's probably going to collect this. Oh, Molly turns. Can't get the 50 he wanted. Evan there for the click. Tries to get it mid for Brian. Brian hits it down to Evan. Evan tries to hit it mid. Can't hit it mid towards Molly. Molly cuts the ball. Gets a 50 over the sidewall. Tries to hit it mid. Faking for Brian. Oh, so close. Evan will try to 50 this ball mid. Gets it mid. No one's there to get it.
Evan with the back wall read and almost a great goal again. But this time it is saved by Liberty, unfortunately. Brian having to make a close save on the back line. He is taking time. Potentially going to look to flick this ball mid. He does, but it's unfortunately too high and no one from Mississippi State can receive. Evan back mid, but unfortunately already cut off by Idrix.
Evan, though, with a good demo, trying to keep this on the offensive side. They do not want to give Liberty any chances to tie this game. Brian, gonna pop it up, gonna go for the solo play. Great read from Saucy. Oh, and that's an overcommit for Mississippi State, unfortunately. I don't believe Evan and Molly were ready for Brian to get beat there, and both pushed out a net. Unfortunate to see from Mississippi State White, but they still got the lead, 2-1.
And another kickoff. Goes their way. Evan tries to shoot, can't, collects boost, tries to pass it out mid, gets it past one, and past two, Molly scores! Oh my, what a shot. I don't know what happened to Liberty, but Evan got it past all three of them. Molly coming in for a clutch goal.
Yeah, what a great pass by Evan there to find Molly in the midfield to find the back of the net. And here we go with the kickoff. And Evan wins the kickoff in to the Liberty half. That shot is going on net, but it is saved out by Saucy Knave. Molly here to receive with a 50. No one there to receive from Liberty, though. Nightwolf with a great backboard pass, but no one is there, and Brian is there to save it.
MSU just trying to buy time. Just trying to waste this clock down. Evan gonna try to 50. Gets over him. Brian, he's just gonna fake him out. He's just gonna take his time. And with that, MSU White will be taking game number 2, tying the series 1-1.
Very good momentum shift for the MSU White team. Evan has woken up. 5 shots, 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 save. He is here. And they will go into game 3 trying to win the next one.
And just like we were talking about earlier, Evan is the offensive powerhouse of this team. And it's nice to see him finally waking up a little bit and getting those shots on net. Not only did he get shots, he also provided some passes for his team, especially to Molly, to make sure that MSU secured that game 2 win.
And not only with Evan being the offensive powerhouse, we got to take a look at Brian. 4 saves just to his name alone. Definitely being the backbone to this MSU team, letting them be just more confident if he's back. And so You know, it lets Evan be able to push up, be confident, and yeah, I'm sure they will be looking forward to keep this momentum in Game 3.
We'll be entering Game 3 now on Neo Tokyo. Can they get this win, or will the series be tied up?
So here we go. Game number 3. And the kickoff starts in Mississippi State's favor to the Liberty corner. It looks like Itrix is going to try and take some time, pass it out to the midfield. And unfortunately, Saucy Knave can't get that shot on net. But a whiff from Saucy Knave too, catching MSU's defense off guard. An unexpected miss from Liberty. And here we go. Evan with a pass to Molly, but Itrix is just a little too fast, cuts that pass off.
Also, I believe one of our casters said this game was to tie the series. No, the series is tied. We're going to see if MSU will either go up 2-1 in the series or down 2-1 in the series. Unfortunate 50 for Brian, but Evan there to try to clean it up. Evan going to try to go for another touch. Leave it for Brian. Brian gets beat out by the orange team, though. Shot off, though. Molly's going to get the boost collect. Try to go for an off-wall play. Gets a ceiling pinch down to Brian. Brian, though, not with the touch he wanted. Molly going to get the mid boost, try to collect off the sidewall. Gets a decent 50. Unfortunate bump on Evan will leave Saucy Knave with the ball. Brian with a good fake, trying to contain possession. A demo on Molly. Ooh, and the shot's just wide from Itrix. Baseball. Brian going to try to go for the squishy. Doesn't need it. Evan going to cut it off. Saucy to the backboard. Double commit on the backboard, but Brian there to able to follow it up and get a good touch.
This is not looking for good for MSU right now. They need to get this ball out. Can Baseball Brian do it? He gets it past one. Starts the air dribble. Can he get it past another? Can't. Saved by Itrix. Evan starting up again. Hits it to their corner. Baseball Brian will follow this. He can't, but it gets bumped. Hits it mid. Can someone follow that? No, no one can follow that. Shockwave taking it slow. Or Saucy Wave taking it slow, gets it past one, into the corner, Night Wolf up, can't score. Popped it up, Baseball Brian, there to solo play. Can he get it past him? No, he can't. Saved.
And here we have Saucy Knave with a nice clear to the MSU corner. Evan with a little bit of an awkward touch, Molly having to recover and save that from the net. And another awkward touch from Liberty. Evan passed to Molly. Molly off the sidewall. Evan looking to redirect. No redirect, unfortunately. And Itrix is going to hit it to the sidewall. Evan stealing the opponent's boost and looking for a bump. And an uncharacteristic whiff from Molly. Evan with a back pass. Kind of an awkward situation. Evan with another miss. Brian having to wait. And here we go. Brian back on the attack. But it's another awkward kind of pass. Mississippi State's looking a little bit awkward here. Molly with a 50 to the backboard with a bump. No one to receive the pass, though. And it is cleared by Itrix again.
Unfortunate there for Mississippi State, you know, just Molly did everything he needed to do there. He got the pass and got the bump, but just couldn't quite score it, though. Molly going to try shooting himself. Evan gets beat, though. Baseball Brian all by himself. Can he make the save? Yes, he can. What a save from Brian. Molly going to try to follow it up. Gets past one. Evan gonna try to cut off, gets beat though. Itrix gonna try for one touch more. Try to get it mid. Night Wolf there. He's trying to fake out Baseball Brian. Not gonna happen though. Evan with the 50. Decent 50. Itrix gonna try to collect off the side roll. Not the touch he wanted though. Evan just gonna try to clear to the corner. Right to Saucy Knave though. Baseball Brian with a decent clear. Up to the backboard. It's a little awkward for MSU, but Evan recollects. Unfortunately gets 50'd mid. Molly gets beat. Brian, it's probably a low boost. Evan, though, with a decent touch up. Molly's going to try to follow it. Clears it out. Can't quite get it to Molly. And Evan gets beat on the touch. A miss, though, from Nightwolf. Itrix, though, there to collect. And Saucy Knave with the goal with just under a minute remaining. Unfortunate for MSU White.
Yeah, MSU White just couldn't get out of the defense. I think Evan really needs to get more boost this game. Every time I look at him, he has 0 boost. He really needs to collect these pads. And we have a kickoff to the left. Molly goes for a boost. Nightwolf on the ball, goes for a solo play. Can't get it past Evan. Evan can't get the ball. Over to the left. Baseball Brian collects it, wants to start an air dribble. Can't get it past one, still in the MSU corner. Hits it across. Evan wants to start another air dribble. Can't. Shot on target. Awkward save by Molly, gets it out, but they're still not out yet.
MSU here just really needs to start looking for the opportunities, and here we go. Brian takes a shot on net, and that is a goal for Mississippi State. That one was very uncomfortable, but it ended up being an overcommit from Liberty, and that allowed Mississippi State to tie it up here in game number 3.
You'll love to see it from Mississippi State. Just the ice in their veins is absolutely insane. As we got 20 seconds left on the clock. Idrix gets a boom, but Molly there off the backboard to collect. Nightwolf misses, so Molly's going to try to 50. Gets it past another. Brian with an unfortunate bump. Oh, this could be an overcommit. Saucy Knave up with the shot, and it is in with 5 seconds left. An unfortunate beat and a good shot from Saucy Knave left Molly just in the most awkward position. There's just not much you can really do there.
MSU need to fight back right now. 5 seconds left. Goes for the fake kickoff over to Evan. Molly's on the left side. Can he get it over to Molly? No, they can't. Liberty clears it the other way. This will be a heroic goal if they can get this. Over to Molly. Can't. Saucy Knave there. Evan tries to keep it up. Nightwolf to the corner. Can he kill it? Oh, he can. He can. Molly accidentally whips to the left and cannot save the ball.
And it's quite unfortunate right there. Mississippi State just overcommitting in the last few seconds of the game to allow Liberty a scoring opportunity, which they do not miss. So unfortunately, Mississippi State will fall in game number 3. But the games do look close, and as long as Mississippi State can keep the confidence and Evan can shoot again, then I think we could take it again, and they can regain and tie the series up again in game number 4.
As you mentioned with Evan, again, 0 shots, only 166 scored. You can tell that whenever this team with Evan, if Evan's doing good, then this team has a real good shot at winning. But if the other team can really shut him out, then they're really going to struggle to get the win.
Yes, it was a very uncomfortable game to watch. Liberty, even though they had 2 goals, they had 8 shots to MSU's 2 shots. Very close game, but Liberty had most of the control.
And
Here we go in game number 4.
Starting in game number 4. Will MSU fight back and tie the series yet again? Here we go. Evan losing the kickoff. Back to baseball. Brian with an awkward touch towards his own net. And a double commit on the goal line from MSU. Saucy Knave up, looking for a shot. And Itrix with a doink into the net. An unfortunate start for Mississippi State.
Yeah, you saw Brian there on the sidewall. It just was an awkward touch from him. Couldn't quite get it forward. Ended up hitting backwards. And then Evan and Molly just panicking on the goal line. Both double committed. It was just a free shot. However, on the kickoff, again, just awkward play from the kickoff. Can they keep it out this time, though? Nightwolf to the backboard. Molly with 0 boost. There's not much he can do. Gets the beat on Saucy, though. Evan up. What's he going to do with it? Try to hit it to the backboard. Cleared away, though. Brian trying to 50 Nightwolf. And a good beat from Iterex. Going to leave a 1v1 with Evan. Tries to fake Evan, but not going to happen. Now Evan trying to follow it up. Trying to get a bump on Nightwolf. Let Molly go for it. Molly gets the beat. Going to try to follow it up. Can't quite, though. Cleared away.
Baseball Brian wants to take this slow. Faking one of the defenders, but doesn't get past them. In the corner now. Iterex past one, can't get it past Molly. In the midfield now, Saucy Knave gets it out to Iterex off the corner. Can he get the double? He can. Can he get it to one of his teammates though? Molly to the corner. Baseball Brian wants to take this blow, gets it past one, but teammates are there to follow. Ooh, awkward on the backboard by Molly. Evan takes it slow. to Baseball Brian. Can he get this? He cannot. Over to Molly. Awkward save by Molly.
And Brian a little awkward there, but able to make the save. Evan here with an air dribble, looking to get it past one, but can't get it past Artemis. Molly to the sidewall. A little slow and awkward touch. Can he follow it up? Yes, he can. He gets the bump. Brian up, looking to get a touch out mid, potentially down to Evan. Evan was coming in for the shot, but unfortunately it is saved by Liberty. Now MSU back on defense yet again. A little bit awkward too. No one now up for the ball. And it's an awkward high touch. Molly, unfortunately, going to get beat to the ball. Itarix looking for a 50, but Brian holds his nerve and does not force it. Saucy Nave with a big boom to the backboard. Molly with a great touch to keep it out of the front of the net.
Evan now going to try to clear it out the sidewall. Does not have the boost for it. It's an awkward ball for MSU. Shot by Saucy Nave. What a save, though, from Baseball Brian. But he's going to have to do it again. Can't quite get the touch. This is really awkward for MSU White. They got to stay composed. It's a good hit from Molly. Brian going to try to follow it up. Gets the corner boost. Saucy Nave now with an air dribble. Nightwolf going for the bump. Good cut from Evan. Nightwolf gets the demo on Molly. But it's a 2v1. But Itarix gets the save to MSU's corner. Molly going to leave it for Brian. Evan with a good demo. Saucy Nave, though, hits it around, and no one in net right now for MSU, but Evan gets the clear to the corner.
Evan needs to start waking up sooner, else they will be losing this game. Evan out mid to Molly. Can't get it out fast enough, though. Baseball Brian has to race back. Can he get this ball out? He can. It's a little bit awkward. Under Brian cannot get the save. Man, it was a 2v1 back there, and he looked very awkward.
Yeah, he sure did, and unfortunately, MSU couldn't convert on their own 2v1. Unfortunately, Evan missing the bump on the Liberty defender. And here we go with kickoff. Now starting, Mississippi State win it to the Liberty half. Evan up, looking for a backboard touch. He gets the backboard touch, leaving it for Molly. Molly there, but unfortunately saved by Liberty. Brian here to keep it in. Evan looking for the shot and scores! What a pass play from Mississippi State. And that is what we need from Evan. Evan needs to start scoring any chance he can.
It's a great shot from Evan, but also an amazing pass from Baseball Brian. You can see the chemistry between these players. Now here we go, Molly on kickoff. Gets a good 50. Saucy Nave wins the 50, but Brian gonna try to beat Knife Wolf. Gets the beat. Evan up for the touch. Gets a good touch to the backboard. Molly gonna try. Loses the 50 though. Brian now in an awkward spot. Itarix just gonna boom it to the backboard. Decent touch from Brian. He's got no boost to follow it up though. Evan's gonna try to take it off. Can't quite do it. Molly with a good beat. Evan gonna go for the redirect. Can't quite get it. A good touch from Saucy Nave. Nightwolf to the backboard. Brian there though to cover it. And just this pressure from Liberty. Just, it's a lot for MSU White, but they are staying very well composed. Brian with an unfortunate backflip. Gonna leave it for Molly. And an unfortunate play, and Itarix will get the third goal for Liberty Red. Just a really awkward play with Baseball Brian getting the backflip. You just don't like to see that.
Man, Baseball Brian is leaving MSU in these awkward situations. He needs to step up, or else their season will be over today. Gets a decent 50 out mid. Molly up, faking. Both people miss. Out to Molly. Evan going for the double read. Double tap read. Saucy Nave gets it out one. Tries to get this past two. Baseball Brian there to get it. Out mid. Can Evan score? No, he cannot. Molly wanting to get an air dribble. Oh, hits it out right. Cleared to the other team. Liberty has control now. Open net. Can he finish? No, he cannot. Nightwolf taking it to the right. Gets it past one. Gets it past two. Can he score this goal? And Molly with a save. MSU looking pretty awkward right now. They have not been on offense this last minute. Can they get it out?
And here we go, Brian looking for a last-second heroic. Maybe they can score right here. And Evan, great shot, and Brian with a great pass. 6 seconds left in this game for Mississippi State. Can they tie it up?
We'll see if MSU tries to pull off one of them weird kickoff strats or if they just go normal. 6 seconds left. There is a chance for MSU White. They go with one of the weird kickoffs. Evan to the sidewall. Tries to get a 50 on Iterex, but will not be able to follow it up. And Liberty Red will take game 4, leading the series 3-1 now. MSU in a tough spot here.
You see Evan on the top, 2 goals, 2 shots. But Liberty wins this because they have 8 shots to MSU's 3 shots. They really need to get out of their backfield so they can score with multiple opportunities.
Yeah, just like you're saying, Mississippi State looking a little bit awkward in their backfield, having some communication. There's been some uncharacteristic double commits that just leave their net wide open for Liberty to take advantage of and score those goals as we're seeing. So let's hope into the next game. Mississippi State, this is their last chance. They cannot lose this game or their season is over. So let's see, can they lock it in and potentially bring it back to win the series here going into game 5?
And as you said, Mississippi State having some awkward plays in their half. And I'll just say, looking at that game, I'm really going to need to see more from Brian. Like, he had those good offensive passes, but on defense, he could not quite keep it composed. And so we will see if he can step up in game 3. So, on the kickoff, let's see what happens here.
Evan tries to get it. Gets it past 1. Knifel there to collect. Wants to pass it mid. Gets it mid. Gets it past 1. Can't get it past the next. Molly taking it out. Wants to play it slow. Gets the 50 out mid. Brian there to 50 again. Evan, long clear to Brian. Can Brian shoot this? He cannot, but it's still mid.
Here we go. Molly taking up the sidewall, looking for a potential shot on net, but that's easily saved by Nightwolf here. Molly with a great bump on Itrix. Brian out mid to Evan. Evan to the backboard, looking for a shot, but it is saved away by Saucy Knave.
Right now going up. Tried to get a flip reset. Couldn't quite do anything with it. Molly now going to try to cut off Saucy Knave. Brian, bit of awkward situation. Evan needs to make this touch, and he does. He's going to try to follow it up, yes, but Saucy Knave beats him to it. Brian now to the sidewall. Molly going to follow it up. A great clear from Molly. Now Evan going to try to beat Saucy. Can't quite do it, though. Brian now going to try to take control, but a good bump from Saucy and a miss from Iterex. Molly now will collect off the backboard. Now Saucy Knave. She's going to try to go for the solo play. Gets a flip reset past 2, but Molly there just being the savior of this team. Now, a awkward whisk. Open net, not quite though for Evan. Couldn't quite get there in time.
This is looking much better for MSU White. They have 1 shot to the other team's shot. Baseball Brian out to Evan. Evan can't get it. Still in their corner. Baseball Brian, long clear down to Evan. Can Evan follow this up? He misses. Face for Brian. Brian almost shores it. Molly there to 50 it. Still in the midfield. Long clear to Evan in the corner. Up over 2. Can someone connect? No, they can't. Iterix keeps it in their half. Out to Brian. Can Brian collect this ball? No, they can't. Liberty hits it to their corner, and they will collect this ball.
And here we go. Molly taking a little time, but it is cut off by Nightwolf. Itrix with a long clear. Brian ready for it, though. He's trying to play it to his corner. A little bump there. Might have killed his momentum. Molly up, looking for a 50. Doesn't get the 50. And Itrix just ready for any type of clear Mississippi State has been throwing their way. Brian with a great touch. He's looking maybe a little awkward, faking the ball. Only 1 to beat here. Looking for a shot. Can he score? He cannot. Unfortunately, it just rolls right past the Liberty net.
Molly though, back midfield, double commit though for MSU. They're having good opportunities. They just can't quite get it in. Molly with a decent save to the corner. Gonna try to follow it up. Awkward landing though. Brian clears to the corner as well. He's gonna have to try to beat Saucy. Can't quite do it. Molly alone in net. Nightwolf with the shot, and Liberty will take the lead just under 2 minutes to go. A great 50 from Saucy Knave. Molly awkward in net, and Nightwolf just gets the perfect shot underneath.
And MSU looked really good there for a second. They should have 2 goals right now, but they could not capitalize on the open nets. Baseball Brian up. Gets the 50 to the left wall. Evan up. Gets a demo. Molly up the left wall. Can he start a solo play? Gets it down to Brian. Can Brian shoot? He shoots. Misses. Evan, there to follow it up. Scores. Ties it up. Game 5.
What a great play by Mississippi State there. A 3-man passing play. Molly down to Brian. Brian to the backboard. And Evan just there ready to receive that pass for a beautiful shot on net. And Mississippi State tie it up with 1:37 left in this game. And here we go with the kickoff. Evan losing it to the right from baseball Brian. Brian with a great touch. Molly looking for a bump. But no demo, unfortunately. And Liberty is ready to clear that ball back to the Mississippi State half.
Eric's going to try to hit to the backboard. A good 50 from Saucy Nave, but another good save from Brian. Awkward play from Mississippi State, a double commit on the goal line. Brian, though, just staying completely composed and keeping this ball out of the net. Molly, now, going to get this mid boost. Going to probably try to go for a solo play. Tries to get to the backboard. Idrix with a good clear. Brian. Oh, that's not a great touch from Brian. Is it in? Not quite. Almost an own goal, but they clear it to the corner. Brian going to try to take control, stay on it. Gets a decent 50 with Idrix. Evan going to try to follow it up. Idrix going to try to back pass. But unfortunately, no one from Mississippi State can cut them off.
They're looking awkward for MSU. Can they get it out of their half, or will they keep this pressure up? Liberty to the goal. Can't score it. Saved by Brian. To the corner. Molly wants to collect. Around him. Can he get it back to it? He cannot. Oh, what a goal by Liberty. Hits it off the post onto Brian, and Brian owned goals.
And unfortunately, we've seen this a little too much from Brian throughout the season. Some uncharacteristic own goals. I just unfortunately put Mississippi State in a bad situation. Here we go with the kickoff. Molly with a good kickoff. Evan to the shot. Unfortunately hits it a little too wide. Molly there to receive though. Molly tries to hit back wall, but it is saved and cleared out by Saucy Nave, who also has a great double tap. Evan there though, ready for it. And unfortunately it is hit again by Liberty, and Liberty looks like they are going to take this one home. Unfortunately for Mississippi State, they just didn't show enough offense, and unfortunately ends up potentially losing the game. But the ball is still up. Here we go. Liberty back on the Mississippi State half. They're keeping this ball up. Molly, pop. Itrix with another pop. Mississippi State looking awkward on the back lines, just trying to keep it up, doing anything they can to potentially put this ball in the Liberty net. And there it is. Unfortunately, Mississippi State loses in Game 5 to lose the series 4-1.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Mississippi State there. They just really had trouble getting it out of their back half, just with the awkward plays. Couple whiffs, couple double commits makes it very tough for Mississippi State. And unfortunately, that will be, I believe, the end of their season. GG's, though, to Liberty Red. They played an amazing game, especially Saucy Nave. I think he definitely was the MVP for Liberty in this game.
Yes, unfortunately, MSU's white season will be over with that game. We might get an interview here in a sec. We'll just have to see. Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Mississippi State, they looked awkward on their defense. It just didn't look like they could ever get it out of their half. Liberty, with the constant pressure, forcing Mississippi State to make those awkward touches that would just dime up Liberty for the shots on net and the goal.
And here we will have, and it seems that we will have an interview. Here we have Molly02004. Unfortunately, y'all couldn't get the win. How do you think the game went for y'all?
I think it was very close overall. I mean, we just had some missed opportunities that we didn't capitalize on, but honestly, can't be that mad, but we definitely didn't play our best.
Seems like y'all are on defense a lot. Is that y'all's main strategy?
Not really, but they were just a very aggressive team, and we couldn't really find the demos to get our defense off. But besides that, it's just, I mean, we're not a bad defensive team, but definitely don't want to be on it all the time.
It seemed like y'all had a little bit of trouble on the offensive half. A few missed opportunities, a few missed open nets. How were the comms in those situations? Did you feel as if y'all were working pretty well together in those situations, or did you feel a little bit awkward, like you weren't ready to receive those passes and opportunities?
I think we were just a little hesitant, being playoffs and all. Our rotation wasn't as close as it usually is. Normally we'd have someone to follow up on all our passes and stuff, but there were a lot of missed opportunities, some passes that went mid that no one was there for. So
Yes, I understand, but so and again, y'all were on the defensive end for most of that match. I mean, what do you think? Like, do you think that it's mainly because like y'all were just struggling a little bit, maybe to stay composed on defense, or you just think that the other team was just that aggressive, like it was just so hard for y'all to get past them?
they're a pretty aggressive team, I'll say that. I mean, myself and Brian aren't the worst defenders, so it's not like we're that uncomfortable on it. But yeah, once you're on defense for a while, sometimes you make mistakes, and that was just what happened.
Yes, they seem to be a very aggressive team. How did game 2 differ from other games? What was their place out? Did it change?
Honestly, I think we kind of were starting to feed Evan with some opportunities, and I think the other team just kind of wasn't as aggressive in that game. So we were able to give him the opportunities to score. But I think after that game, they figured out that they just had to keep pressing us, and we wouldn't be able to get those passes out to Evan.
That's what it seemed like. After game 2, it definitely did seem like they started to just go for the ball. They started to maintain that pressure in y'all's half, forcing y'all to make those awkward touches and forcing y'all low boost. And unfortunately, it just seems as though they just had y'all's number in this one.
Yeah, I think on a different day it would have been a little different score, but today they got the better of us. So
And
All right, well, thank you for joining us, Molly. And it was unfortunate that this was y'all's season ender, but hopefully in the future, we will have success here. And thank you for joining us.
yeah, I hope MSU can have some more success in the future. But thanks for casting and all.
Of course. Thank you.
And unfortunately, that will be the end of Rocket League White versus Liberty Red. Just couldn't quite take the dub here tonight, but like they said, in the future, we hope to have more success here. Yeah, I mean, even though, the series score might say 4-1, all the games were pretty close.
Yes. I only want to reflect on one thing, and that is Evan could just not get going those last few games. It looked like he was always being starved. I think Liberty had a game plan for him when they changed it up and demolished them in game 2.
Mhm. And that is it, guys. Thank y'all for joining us and tuning in to the Mississippi State White Rocket League teams match for today. Unfortunately, it is the end of their season, so we will not be seeing any more of them. But I want to thank everyone for watching and have a great night.